An incredibly good evening to all. Welcome to the 15th Annual General Meeting of the ICAI Singapore Chapter. I am Anuradha Shroff, Secretary for the Chapter,
and will be conducting the AGM. And please lend me your ears and attention as we progress into the evening. As we have the quorum, I declare the meeting open. Dear patrons, dear past chairpersons, and my fellow members, thank you for your presence. We all have vivid memories of our journey of becoming a chartered accountant, and we take immense pride on our journey. Today, as we gather in Singapore to give our degree and education its due respect, let us all stand up for the ICAI motto song.
येष सुप्तेषु जागृति येष सुप्तेषु जागृति कामं 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 कामपुरुषो पुरुषो निर्विमाणः निर्विमाणः तदेव शुक्रं तद्ब्रह्मा तद्ब्रह्मा तदेवामृतमुच्यते तस्मिन् लोकः शतः सर्वे तदूनात्यपि कश्चन एतद्वैता 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 एतद्वैता.
This always brings goosebumps and fills our heart with pride, and sometimes we may shed a tear too. Some of the famous quotes on chartered accountancy is, I need an MBA to run my business, but a CA to teach them how to run my business. Any guesses? Who's that? That is Ratan Tata. Sir Ratan Tata. Actually, this quote by Mr. Tata explains the role of the CA. It is like the blood in the body. We are everywhere, we are needed. You don't see the blood, but you can't live without it. CA is not a certificate or a degree, it is the pride of my life. Who has said this? That is Mr. Kumar Mangalam Birla. So we have, if you really look at inspirational quotes, we find quite a lot of them within our chartered accountancy community. And we have very prominent chartered accountants doing very significant roles. There was some talk on this today in our chapter group as well. So let us all first give a round of applause for ourselves as a chartered accountant. We are led by the able leadership of President Ranjit Ji and Vice President Charanjot Singh Nanda Ji. Congratulations to them for taking on their new roles, and we are looking at them for continued guidance of running our chapter effectively. We are all aware of the standard inception, vision, and mission of the chapter, and we continue to abide by that and continue our journey ahead. We have been ably guided by our patrons, Soma sir and Narayan Mohan sir. They will be joining us shortly, but they have really helped us and guided us in our journey right from the day the organization was formed, and they are even helpful even today. So a huge round of applause for both our patrons. Today, as we are doing our 15th annual general meeting, it was not possible without the healthy seeds sown by all our past chairpersons, office bearers, and their committee. They have taken this chapter ahead brick by brick, and we share our gratitude and regards for them. A huge round of applause for all our past chairpersons. Now we will go ahead with the formal agenda of the meeting. We have 5 resolutions coming up. First one is the AGM minutes, then the chapter affairs, audited accounts, appointment of auditors for 2 years, and election of and appointment of management committee. May I request Somnath Adak, our energetic and dynamic chairperson, to come up and share with us the affairs of 2023-24. Somnath Adak.
We are also helped by our energetic subcommittee heads, who are the guiding lights for us. They do most of the heavy lifting in whatever we are doing, our initiatives, events, programs, posting on social media, all of it, the website, application, everything. So maybe a huge round of applause for our social committee, heads of social committee. And they are ably supported by all the volunteers. So here are the list of volunteers. I'm sure a lot of them are here in this room. We'll move to the next slide with more volunteers. Okay, we start here. Respected patrons, my colleagues in the managing committee, past chairpersons, subcommittee heads, volunteers, friends, and all dear members. Very good evening. Let me start with a couplet. Together we have journeyed side by side. In triumph and joy, we find our pride. In each achievement, a tale to tell of strength in unity and path we quell. With every milestone, we stand tall, bound by purpose, one and all. So let us celebrate our friendships true, for in our chapter, we cherish dearly me and you. What a privilege and honor it has been serving this respectable organization, ICAI Singapore chapter, as its 12th chairman. That too in that special year of celebrating ICAI's Diamond Jubilee, 75 years of trust, 75 saal Vishwash ke. I will cherish this opportunity forever. It is really tough to encapsulate all around a full year's activities into a few slides and present to you. In the last 351 days, every day was special to me. I woke up with a purpose to serve the chapter. Every new member that we have added was a celebration. Every single event we have conducted was valuable. Every social gathering was a festival. And every social causes initiative that we have taken was dearly meaningful. Every meeting, every conversation that I have had with you was paramount, and every thought that crossed my mind was for the benefit of the chapter, for the benefit of our members. Last 12 months have been an incredible journey for our chapter. We have accomplished significant achievements, milestones, and many of them were never before historic ones. This is the slide we saw in last year's AGM. Pursuing our vision of elevating ICAI's brand, recognition, and standing in Singapore, we managed to successfully organize trailblazing initiatives across all 4 strategic pillars. Now let us look at these pillars one by one. On the first pillar of member engagement, many new members joined the chapter in 2023. We grew overwhelmingly and ended the year with 530 members. For the first time in our history, we crossed this magical 500 member mark. And we did that on a special day of India's 77th Independence Day. So this historic achievement has elated our chapter to Category 1 chapter. We are now 4th largest in the whole world overseas chapter. So congratulations to all of you. We conducted a total of 15 blockbuster events and webinars in the last 12 months. We hosted some of the most prominent personalities in our events. Mega events included annual budget event with His Excellency Dr. Shilpa Kambule, High Commissioner of India to Singapore. Members meet with then President CA Aniket Talatiji and then Vice President CA Ranjit Kumar Agarwalji. A star-studded evening with Professor Ashwath Damodaran, and first event with ISCA at the ISCA House. Let us review all these professional events via a video.
I did a bit of reading so that I can make some relevant points to you. And when you start looking at future, you must always look at your past.
How proud I am, how happy I am, or delighted I am to be in your midst this evening and to see this wonderful crowd. So let's begin with a big round of applause for each one of you.
Particularly chartered accountant from India, are doing so excellently well and so successful and set up themselves in such a large way, not only in Singapore but other parts of the country, and away from home seeing such a lovely Indian in Singapore. So thank you very much for doing such a good thing outside India.
Value comes from the future, it doesn't come from the past. It doesn't come from rules, it comes from principles. And you got to give people the freedom, the flexibility to adapt to the circumstances, which means fewer rules, more principles. Okay?
That was fantastic. These pictures, these pictures and videos just take you back in time. Great. So in this special 75th year of ICAI, we also seized the momentous and historic opportunity of hosting the first ever international conference of ICAI in 75 years, Resolve 2023 in Singapore. What an eventful journey it was, from engaging with influential stakeholders, liaising with regulatory bodies, bringing together 300 bright minds, and ensuring adequate protocols with 20 prominent VIPs attending the conference. This term, we made it to the media a few times, and thanks to Resolve 2023, we found ourselves on international media like Bloomberg and Economic Times. We delivered a phenomenal two-day experience for all and created history upon the successful completion of Resolve 2023. Let us take a look at this video of Resolve 2023. That was indeed mesmerizing, and I can tell you, people who attended Resolve can vouch for it. What an event it was. Social media presence was a large contributor to our growth last year. We saw a significant transformation and active engagement on the most popular social media platforms. Example, on LinkedIn, we now have about 2,300 followers, and each one of our posts garner about 5,000 views. Another important glue for our member engagement is social events, which I will cover as part of the fourth pillar. Now, moving on to the second pillar of communication and governance. During the last term, we launched key initiatives under communication and governance. We automated sending out personalized emails to you with a single click of a button. We introduced a simple one-click registration process using your membership number, simplified RSVP management using an event cancellation link, and we also automated taking attendance using a QR code feature, which ensures 100% data accuracy for CPE uploads. During this term, we launched our own ICAI Singapore mobile application. The app has attractive features like real-time updates, event scheduling, RSVP management, and an exclusive member section. So if you have not downloaded it yet, please do it. It's a good app and you can use it. We also released our 2 half-yearly newsletters this term with interesting articles and updates about the chapter. So please take some time to go through them. On the third pillar of collaboration and partnership, we used a 3-pronged strategy. Firstly, we focused on sponsorships. This term has been a record term for sponsorship, with close to 20 sponsors committing to $90,000 commitments. And this is only our chapter sponsorship, the chapter event sponsorship. There's no Resolve included here. If we include the Resolve sponsorship and only that component which our Singapore team got from Singapore, the amount goes up to 180K sponsorship. Secondly, so that sponsorship amount, I want to tell you, that shows how the perception of the outside world has changed towards ICAI Singapore chapter. They now come and want to meet us, want to do events, and we have to select. We say, okay, we can't do you, we can do this. So good. Second strategy, we focused on making a local footprint, mainly through strengthening our relationships with stakeholders like Institute of Singapore Chartered Accountants, ISCA, Indian High Commission in Singapore, other accounting bodies and industry bodies in Singapore. The official recognition of ICAI qualification by ISCA for Associate ISCA membership happened in February last year. That was under the chairmanship of CA Ramki Subramaniam. This term, we focused on nurturing that relationship further. The joint event in July 23 at the prestigious ISCA House was a reaffirmation of our partnership. ISCA initiated building a professional accountancy hub, or PA hub, in Singapore. It was officially launched in November 23 at the ISCA conference by the second Minister for Finance in Singapore, Ms. Indrani Raja. ICAI is proud to have joined ISCA as a founding member of PA Hub. So if you go to ISCA House today, and if you go to their reception, you'll see the ICAI logo on their wall, that last photograph. So it's a proud moment for us when we walk into ISCA House today. As one of the PA Hub initiatives, ISCA organized a pre-budget roundtable in January 24 to gather views of the Singapore budget, the views on the Singapore budget from business and accounting communities. Our patron, CA Somasekharan sir, he represented ICAI Singapore chapter in that roundtable. It garnered a lot of media attention, and we were proud to see our Soma sir on Straits Times News along with many other dignitaries. We are currently working with ISCA on a corporate membership. It's still work in process. Once it is done, our members can benefit a lot from their facilities. The new team will update you whenever there is official updates on that. This term, we were fortunate to receive a tremendous amount of support from the Indian High Commission office in Singapore. We visited their office 4 times, and the High Commission of India or their officials joined us in our ICAI events 4 times. Some of our members were invited to exclusive dinners, Republic Day gala dinners, interactions with Indian ministers who are visiting Singapore, government delegations, etc. These show how strong our relationship with the Indian High Commission have become in the last 1 year. We represented ICAI Singapore chapter in a number of events, meetings, forums, gatherings, discussions with accounting and industry bodies in Singapore. I am proud to admit today that now ICAI Singapore chapter is well recognized by most of the prominent bodies and associations in Singapore. During our Deepavali dinner, apart from the chief guest, His Excellency Dr. Shilpa Kambule, representatives from various accounting and industry bodies also joined us to celebrate with us. The third strategy for us was collaborating with ICAI head office in India. This term, we increased our in-person interactions with ICAI leadership, Central Council members, and officials. I personally visited, can you change that? I personally visited ICAI head office 3 times in the last 1 year to strengthen our relationships. One such occasion was on 1st July 2023, when ICAI celebrated the 75th Foundation Day in ICAI Bhavan, New Delhi. I was there representing our chapter, and in fact, we were the only foreign chapter present there. So it was a moment of pride for me. I witnessed the launch of the 75-year special logo, which depicts Vishwas Ka Utsav, Celebration of Trust, celebrating 75 years of ICAI. I also witnessed a captivating speech by the Honorable President of India, Srimati Draupadi Murmu. Singapore chapter wholeheartedly supported ICAI's first flagship event, GLOPAC, in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. We invited the accounting and industry bodies from Singapore, secured a silver sponsor from Singapore, and recommended 4 high-profile speakers, including 2 from our chapter. We had the able guidance and support from ICAI leadership team. During this term, Aniket ji and Ranjit ji both visited Singapore twice, in June and in August. A couple of weeks back, the newly elected ICAI President, CA Ranjit Kumar Agarwal ji, and Vice President CA Charanjot Singh Nanda ji both visited Singapore during a 1-day transit stop on their onward travel to Australia. We are honored that they and Dr. Debashish ji were able to take out some time from their busy schedule and record their messages for the AGM for all of us. Let us listen to these videos one by one.
Warm greetings to all the members of the ICAI Singapore chapter. I am delighted to connect with you on this important occasion, the annual general meeting of the chapter. I extend my heartfelt congratulations to the chapter for being one of the vibrant chapters of ICAI and upholding the mission of alma mater in the foreign land. Our chapters are our brand ambassador and embassy of ICAI, actively promoting ICAI's prestigious reputation and fostering its legacy of excellence. The Singapore chapter's proactive engagement in fostering strong relationship within the local accounting ecosystem, such as recognition accorded by the Institute of Singapore Chartered Accountant ISCA to ICAI member as affiliate membership, and also ICAI become as a proud member of Singapore Accountancy Hub, hosting the Resolve 2023, the first ever conference organized by the ICAI at an international location in Singapore, is noteworthy contribution of the year in supporting ICAI activity by Singapore chapter. Besides this chapter, the chapter has actively participated in the ICAI's largest convention, GLOPAC, in Gujarat last year. For all initiative and contribution, the chapter secured first position in category 2 of the ICAI Best Chapter Award for the year 2023. This is a testament to dedication and commitment shown by the chapter for the benefit of the members as well as profession at large. Once again, before I close my address, I would like to express my sincere congratulations to the Singapore chapter and all the managing committee members, ably led by CA Somnath Adap. As the baton of leadership passes on, I am confident that the Singapore chapter will continue to thrive under the guidance of incoming chairman. I wish the chapter the best in its all endeavor and all its future endeavor, and may the chapter touch a higher pedestal of success. I wish all the best. Jai Hind, Jai ICAI.
So just notice that last part of the slide, the golden period of ICAI. So as India moves to 100th year, ICAI has also now moved to the 75 to 100 year. The next video.
My dear Somnath Adak and the entire team of Singapore chapter of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. I've just come to know that Somnath ji is finishing his wonderful term as chairman, and since you requested, it's a personal holiday, but yet I said we must make it a point to send my greetings and best wishes to you on a completion of a very successful tenure as chairperson of Singapore chapter. I think it was truly very well meaning for the Singapore chapter, where we've seen a growth of membership. We had the historic tie-up with the Institute of Singapore Chartered Accountants, where our members are getting associate membership for those who've lived in Singapore for more than 6 months. And I think what is extremely special with Somnath ji's tenure, and I will always remember this, is that it was when he was chairperson and I was the president of the institute, the ICAI for the first time organized a conference outside of India to showcase to the global audience, to the global accounting world, that the Indian profession and our CA India is now a global brand. It was then, under his chairmanship, that we could organize Resolve 2023, which has left its mark in the insolvency bankruptcy regime across the globe. And I'm sure in the years to come, this Resolve 23 will always go down in the history of the accounting profession, and especially ICAI, as a moment that changed the course. I would also like to acknowledge that it was during difficult times personally for Somnath, yet his dedication towards the profession, his passion towards all the members of Singapore, and his commitment towards ICAI ensured that the entire team of the chapter put its hands together and said that we will organize it. And I think it was one of the finest international conferences that one has ever been to. So my compliments once again to the entire Singapore chapter leadership, to all the members who make this chapter so vibrant. It's always been a pleasure for me to visit Singapore chapter. And my special compliments to you, Somnath ji, for all the wonderful work that you've done. Keep doing great work. Look forward to connecting with you and all of the members of Singapore chapter that I have met in the period that I served in the council and as vice president, and of course going forward as SCAPA, representative of ICAI, and on IFAC. Look forward to engaging with all of you. Once again, my best wishes and special compliments to you, Somnath ji, and all members of Singapore. I wish you all a very, very happy Holi. Jai Hind, Jai ICAI.
So Dr. Debashish Mitra's video is the next one, and during his term when he was the president,
My dear Somnath Adak,
yeah. So Ramki and I worked very closely with him for the ISCA affiliate membership.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm speaking from Calcutta. Today is Holi, and wishing all of you a very happy Holi. The Singapore chapter of our institute I visited the first time in 2022, and since then I have seen the chapter grow by leaps and bounds. Today the chapter has more than 500 members, and it is, I believe, a Category 1 chapter. The chapter has worked very closely with the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Singapore, and we have got the affiliate membership today. And we are so happy about the kind of enthusiasm that the chapter has shown in having good ties with ISCA. Resolve 2023. I think one of the highlights of the chapter activities last year should be the organization of this first conference on insolvency, which we organized out of India. If I recall correctly, there were more than 300 delegates. Speakers, very reputed ones, shared their thoughts in the conference. And the best was when people came back to India, they were speaking so highly of the chapter. At the Institute, whenever we discuss overseas chapters, the Singapore chapter is always in our mind. Whenever we are looking forward to quality and looking forward to a chapter which ensures that the ideals of the Institute, that is the excellence, independence and integrity, are kept flying very high. I wish the Singapore chapter the very best, and my special congratulations to Somnath Adak for having led the chapter so very well during 2023-24. Once again, all the very best for your future endeavors.
A very good evening, my dear professional brethren and sisters of Singapore chapter. My dear professional colleagues, Singapore chapter has been one of the most vibrant chapters as set up by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. And today, I am addressing you on a very important moment, on a very important occasion, which is the annual general meeting of the Singapore chapter. Ladies and gentlemen, our profession, you are all aware, was set up an Act of Parliament way back on 1st July 1949 to enable us to perform and bring the country into the path of progress. Over the years, the world has become a global village, and therefore we have started creating chapters outside India, and Singapore chapter, one of the best chapters of ICAI, has been performing at a larger level. We did Resolve 23 last year, which was hosted by Singapore and was a great hit. I have personally interacted with number of members and office bearers of Singapore, and that was truly a very enriching experience. The change of professional ideas and discussions on contemporary world markets best practices was something which always made me understand that if you want to exceed the expectations of profession, Singapore is second to none. I take this opportunity to put on record my sincere appreciation for CA Somnath Adak, the chairman of Singapore chapter, who through his untiring efforts have created value add not only for Singapore chapter but for the profession at large. I also take this opportunity to welcome the new chairman who would work incessantly to ensure that Institute moves to unprecedented heights. So my best wishes and compliments to this AGM function which is being held today. Let us all work together to create a great institute, an institute that could move to unprecedented heights and ensure that all the stakeholders and more importantly members are empowered in servicing the nation. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Now moving on to the fourth pillar now, finally. So before, I'll hand it over to Sanjay to take it over and update us on the social events and social causes. The only comment I'll make here is that last year we formed this new social causes subcommittee to find opportunities for our members to go and contribute to the society more meaningfully. And I'll invite Sanjay here to update all of us on the year's progress in social events and social causes events.
Phew, what a breathtaking presentation. And the breathtaking year it has been. Thanks, Som. Thanks for briefing the entire house over here. After this phenomenal events roundup, we take a bit of a relaxed approach in terms of presenting what the social events and the social causes events have been. As we have termed this, an association beyond profession. That is how the social events have been. I must say, social events over the years have created a special place in the heart of the chapter members. And it has not only become the heart of the chapter, but has given enough opportunities to us accountants to be creative enough to become the heartthrob of the chapter. So these words, camaraderie, family bond, bond beyond life, has been all around the chapter because of these social events. Turnouts have been heartwarming, to say the least, and not only for the chapter members, but also the spouses. They find themselves at home in these chapter events. As in the last year, social events, the next slide, social events we classified in two categories, the gala events and the health and the happiness series. Gala events having the grandeur everybody is familiar with, and the other to focus on the health and the well-being of the chapter members. This year, the third event, as so updated in his brief, we had created another specific focused approach as a social causes event to give back to the society. Coming back to the gala events this year had a charm of its own. Next slide. Next slide. Gala events this year had a charm of its own. The extra super grandeur Deepavali at the Shangri-La has been one of the highlight event for the chapter this year. With the participation of more than 400 members, member families, invitees, this was an evening for the history books. That was made even more grander considering the whole evening was planned with the in-house members, member families, performance, mesmerizing member kids, even coming forth to volunteer as MCs. So this has been the pattern of social events. All the social events which have been organized have been super hit thanks to the ever enthusiastic participants, member families, and untiring efforts of the chapter volunteers. Taking a step forward in this direction, just go back a little bit, go back. Taking a step forward in this direction, the chapter has taken a step not only to be socially united, to take the association beyond profession, but also to be socially responsible. The chapter members engaged in initiatives like breast cancer awareness, blood donation camps, engagement with old age homes, engaging with the future, counseling the children. As creative as the accountants can be, they found out ways to help the society through their social get-together. One of the food fiestas organized by the chapter members collected a whopping sum of $1,588, which was contributed to the Singapore Heart Foundation, which contributed an equal amount, making the whole contribution to the Singapore Heart Foundation a sum of 3,166. I guess we deserve a round of applause here. All in all, as a super proud office bearer, I must say, a proud year for the chapter and the social events and the social causes events subcommittee, delivering happiness and health to all the chapter members. This would not have been possible without the member and the member family participation, and the chapter has been continuously, relentlessly holding these events on a self-sustained basis. A small video. Guys, sit back, relax, and relive the beautiful historical, musical, social year gone by. Thank you, guys. I hand it back the podium to Som.
You know, I always say this, and I'll repeat it again today. Our professional events, we do really well. But social events, no comparison. Beautiful. Extraordinary. All right. Thank you, Sanjay, for that beautiful one. So, you know, we have covered all the 4 pillars now. And all of these activities, initiatives across all the 4 strategic pillars helped us in achieving our objective of elevating ICAI's brand, recognition, and standing in Singapore. Alone, we can do so little. Together, we can do so much. Credit goes to the dream team, starting from our patrons, office bearers, managing committee members, subcommittee heads, volunteers, and members. Each one of you have relentlessly supported these initiatives. If I were to give you an analogy, it will be like a factory with many large, well-oiled machineries, each working independently in full capacity, producing perfectly packaged finished goods, one after the other, without any downtime. And the end result was an exceptional year, and we bagged the first prize in Best Overseas category, 2 Chapter Award. I had the privilege of collecting the award on behalf of the chapter from Speaker of Lok Sabha, Shri Om Birla ji, along with then President Aniket ji, Vice President Ranjit ji, and immediate past President Debashis sir. So let us look at this award ceremony video quickly.
Moving forward to our next category, which is the distribution of the Overseas Chapters Award. Winning the first prize in category 2, I would like to request the Singapore chapter of ICAI to please come on stage. Can we have a great round of applause, please?
So we had a great year this term, and reflecting on the past term, I'm proud of what we have achieved together. And I would just like to share 3 key reflections before I hand over to Anu back. First reflection of my journey is dream big. Remember, everything that is or was began with a dream. Last year, I made a reference to a famous speech by the legendary Martin Luther King, "I have a dream." Let me share another quote this time, which has always inspired me to do more personally as well as professionally. And this one is by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. And it goes, "The size of your dreams must always exceed your current capacity to achieve them. The size of your dreams must always exceed your capacity to achieve them. If your dreams don't scare you, they aren't big enough." The second reflection that I would like to share is, excuse me, I have received more than that I have given to the chapter. As much as this journey is about giving back, I must confess that I have received so much from the chapter. The network that I have built, the opportunities to witness the likes of Honorable President of India, Srimati Draupadi Murmu ji, the Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankar ji, and Cabinet Minister Shri Piyush Goyal ji. Opportunities to interact with Shri Om Birla ji in his office inside the new building of the Parliament was an amazing opportunity. Opportunities to interact with ministers who are visiting in Singapore, for example, the Education Minister Shri Dharmendra Pradhan ji. Opportunity to chat with the world-renowned Professor Aswath Damodaran sir. Access to senior leaders and stakeholders from professional bodies. I would have never imagined to have all these accesses without the chapter and this position. The third reflection is, this is a personal one, take a pause. We stay busy chasing our dreams, our priorities, but remember there are things that are not in our control. We cannot control them. Once they are gone, they're gone forever. Like time, our health, and our families. So remember to take that pause, take care of these important things, cherish them when you have them. One of you asked me earlier how I'm feeling. My answer was relieved. It was in a positive way. Relieved because it is a huge responsibility to be the chairman of this association. And this process of transition is necessary to make way for the newer, younger leaders to come forward and take the lead of the chapter. The important and motivating part is that when I speak to these younger and newer leaders, the ideas are same, the priorities are similar, the objectives are similar. That is very encouraging. So I take this opportunity to congratulate all the candidates who have successfully nominated themselves. And the resolutions will take forth later, and then they will be the new managing committee for the next 3 years. So big congratulations to all of them. I hand over the official chairman duties tonight, but I'm very much part of you all, part of the chapter, and I will continue to play my part. Finally, as my official chairman role ends tonight, I'm filled with both gratitude as well as reflection. So let me end by saying this. I'm not done yet. I have only just started. Thank you.
As we have elected a new management committee, some of our esteemed committee members who have been our guiding light and are stepping out of the committee, we wish to thank them for their hard work for the chapter and also look up to them for their continued support and guidance. They may move away from the committee, but they will not move very far away from us. We would request them to come and share their thoughts with us. Rama, the forever smiling face with the crisp and prompt advice that has left a big impact as treasurer and committee member over the years, and a very valuable part of the committee. Rama, some words for the members and us as you move out of the committee. Yes, please, all yours. Oh, yes. Sorry. Rama, yours. Rama. Now you have to remember to pass it on to me.
So really delighted and relieved to be stepping down as a committee. No, honestly, it has been a very roller coaster ride for me. And I'm a volunteer since 2015. So I've been working since then and not aiming for any position or any power. So my aim was just to work selflessly for the betterment of the chapter. And I've seen this chapter growing and achieving new heights and new milestones. So it's been a very satisfying journey for me, truly speaking. And I really thank all, and as Mr. Som said, that I have gained more than what I have given. I believe that you grow as a person, you grow as a leader, and you learn to really imbibe the togetherness and in a society that we live in, the fraternity, we respect that. And more importantly, I really thank my past and current committee members who have really supported me and have been a very great collaboration with our members, past and present committee members, and most importantly, patron Mr. Mohan. Thank you so much. He has been a guiding force to me, whether it is in the committee or it's outside the committee. So I really, be very grateful to him. Yeah. And lastly, I won't take much time because there are 4 more in line. So thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to speak, and all the best to the new committee members, and I hope you keep the value and principles of our chapters very, very high. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Rama.
Thank you so much. And a big hug. Yeah.
Rama has definitely left huge responsibility on all of us to fill her shoes to ensure that everything is compliant. Yes, we have to really do a lot. Now, but Rama, you are not going very far away from us, as I said. You're definitely around. The next committee member I would like to invite is my dear friend Ramki, who actually seems to have been in the committee only for a term, for 3 years. But don't we all feel he was here forever? With the amount of achievement he's done in this one term, I guess, he has come so close to all of us. He's created such a huge impact. And he's so much loved, and he's achieved, and we have learned under your able guidance. Thank you, Ramki, and under your leadership, we also got the second best chapter award. So that was a proud moment indeed. Ramki, let's hear from you.
So, good evening everyone. Pleasure to be here. It's been a while since being on this podium. So firstly, I would like to thank my fellow colleagues on this management committee. It's been a fantastic 3 years, and I look at each of the years as quite a special journey. The first year of the management committee, I think Rama briefly alluded, was quite a roller coaster. But I think what I really like about this management committee is a very united and focused, dedicated. I've learned a lot from each of them, and I will cherish this throughout my life. So that's the first thing I want to say. The second, of course, is the pleasure of serving the members of ICAI chapter. Every year, if you look at the progress that we have made, thanks to volunteers, thanks to members, thanks to patrons, thanks to past chairmen, it's been amazing, very satisfying. And if I just walk down memory lane, if I can take your permission, so same thing, during the 365 days that I served as a chair the previous year, you wake up every morning thinking of, what's going to happen in the chapter, what work needs to be done, who do we need to coordinate. So there's a ton of work. So I just want the MC members who are, getting on to the new role to also remember that it's a huge responsibility. It's a pro bono job. So it's a selfless activity. Most volunteers know it well.
I think most of it, what I'm going to say is going to be a repeat. And while I did go out of my comfort zone writing something, which I've never done that, and I will try to read and not to read because I am a man of extempore. May not be the best of English that Ramki, Somnath, Anu or others have had it. I feel very uncomfortable when I'm speaking in English. I am better off in Punjabi, but most of you won't understand it over here. But I think I echo most of the thoughts that have been talked about over here. I've been in the committee since 2015, and I was hearing that Ramki had only one term. She pointed it out, and I was hearing probably she's saying, "You are a dead wood, please get out." So, okay. All right. So, anyways, it's self. You need to assess yourself well, but I think it's the right time for us to keep on exchanging the baton, moving on. I was happy for the election framework that was framed up last year, and it was thanks to the outcome that we've been talking about, the roller coaster of 2021. That's how it came up. But I think things happened for good, for the fact that we had some method towards the madness that we were carrying on. I do see a lot of people, a lot of energies around over here. Way back in 2015, we were about just 150 members. We are today, strong 530 people. Way back, we used to have only about 20 people attending. And I've seen the times when we were having the professional events in the SMU, lecture rooms, to a place like this, or having a gala dinner. I think we've moved a lot, and I think most of it is, while we keep on saying about the management committee, I think it's the due credit to the members, the energy that they bring in. Management committee is just, people been designated that, but I think it's all because of the members. Had the members not been here, we wouldn't have been here either. And I would want and I would wish that we continue to keep serving with the same zeal, same energy, and I've been seeing that multiplying over the years that I've seen. I was also hearing about the other thing that they are saying, that nobody's going everywhere. We are all around. I wish I could say that for myself as well. So guys, I'm moving to Chandigarh soon. So while I will be continuing over here my EP, but I will be based out of India soon. So next time, whenever you guys are in India and Chandigarh, I have you over there for sure. I will share my India number. Please reach out to me. I'll be happy to host you over. And whenever you keep on doing the seminars which are online, I would try and show my face. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pavan, and I guess you all got a flavor of Pavanism because of the way he used my words against me in this conversation. So that's Pavan for us. I said Chandigarh is not very far away.
Otherwise the stand-ups would not be complete.
Now, we don't have Rajiv here with us today because he had a family emergency and because of which he's not here. So Rajiv is our past president, a very silent and quiet man, but he has a way of getting his things done. If Rajiv is convinced that he has to if he has to convince you, you just have to talk to him without getting agitated, without flustering you, without making you feel uncomfortable. He will have you do the way he wants the things to be done. That's my experience with him. He's not present here, but he has sent a message for everyone, and I'm reading it out on his behalf. Dear members, as I prepare to step down from my role on the management committee after an enriching 8-year journey, I want to express my gratitude to each of you and all the current and past committee members for the camaraderie, support, and invaluable experience we have shared. Though I am moving on, I am confident that the strong foundation chapter has built over the years will its propel future growth, and ICAI Singapore chapter will continue to thrive under new committee. Thank you once again for the opportunity to serve to the chapter. It has been an honor and a privilege to be part of the ICAI Singapore committee. I look forward to witnessing the continued success of our chapter. With heartfelt thanks and best wishes for the future, signing off, Rajiv. And it's the same message for him, Rajiv, you're not going away anywhere, you're still with us. And with this, we come to the last member. I think we saved the best for the last. Alakappan sir, words are not enough to describe the contribution that Alakappan sir has done for the chapter. A founder member of the chapter, he goes about conducting the affairs of the chapter with the same zeal and enthusiasm as a fresh volunteer even today. A repository of information, processes and practices. He doesn't think we don't think he will be left to lead a peaceful life even though he steps down as a committee member. Because post this, we will still keep knocking on your door, sir. And all the newbies here have a lot to learn from you. So we definitely are not letting you go very far. Sir, the stage is all yours. Just clip it.
Thanks, everyone. I don't know what to say. After hearing Somnath, all the speakers saying everything, I think I'm only going to thank everyone for this opportunity. and it is really a wonderful journey for me. I think you all know that the chapter was registered as a society in 2009, but I started with a guy called Ravi Shankar. We both are the co-founders of this chapter. We started in 2008. And then early 2008, we started working on this. At that time, the reason for starting the chapter was to get recognition with, that time it was called ICPAS, Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Singapore. Later it became ISCA. So now we have this associate membership. I still would look forward to getting a full membership. And every year, whenever the presidents come, because I've been in the committee all along from the day one, every president come, you will talk to them. They will give some reason, either this is not here, there, that is not there, something or the other. So even this president I met, Ranjit, I also asked him the same thing. So I never missed that. I hope the committee who is coming in, you all put pressure. Now we have to go for a MRA. What ISCA has given to us is on their own. We have not reciprocated them. So there's a lot of work to be done. Convincing our ICAI India and then talking to these people also, because they already give us something. We really need to do something more. So I've been meeting all the presidents all the years, and every year I used to ask them all these things. I just want to show something. Can you show that slide, the first one? This is the first letter we sent to the ICAI president in India. You can see the signature of Ravi Shankar and myself. The third one is Manivandan. That is a friend of Ravi Shankar, so he also signed the letter. This is the first one. The origin, you can see the date there.
I guess we should keep this as a memento.
I have it, I can share it. Yeah. So this is, I just wanted to share some timelines so that you all understand how much we have gone through and what we are here today. I have to see it from here. So this letter is dated on the 21st July. Then the registration as a society application we submitted on the 9th of September. At that time we had a lawyer who is a chartered accountant also. He helped us draft the constitution. That is what we have it today. So it was done by Natarajan, we call him Ramji. So he was the first vice chairman, and then he is the one who helped us to do the constitution. And our chapter was gazetted on the 19th of April 2019, and I've been a committee member from then. So the next one. This is our first committee meeting minutes, and all of them are really very nice, very helpful people. Now I wanted to show all this so that somewhere it's on record. So if you see there, our first Venkat Iyer is from KPMG. And this meeting was held in KPMG office. Yeah. This was held at KPMG office. There, the address is there. So we had it there, and then all of them, like Anirudh Banerjee was the boss of Preeti Agarwal.
Nat Steel.
Nat Steel, yeah, from Nat Steel, yeah.
He was my first boss, actually.
Oh, is it? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. So Sanjeev Agarwal was a Standard Chartered Bank CFO that time. Sanjeev Agarwal. Tanu Anand was from PwC that time. Later she moved to Hong Kong and then she left. So she's not there. When we formed this committee, sorry I'm taking long, but I wanted to say something that I really want to share. When we started this committee, 4 of us were all from South India. Okay? We decided every region must be covered. So Sanjeev Agarwal is from Bombay. Banerjee, Aniruddha is from Calcutta. And I think one more from Delhi. Narendra Kapoor is from Delhi. Narendra Kapoor is from HP. I still keep in touch. I've still been asking him to come. He's not coming. Ravi Shankar, me, and Venkat Iyer, all of us from South. So we decided there should be a committee, should be a mix. That's what we started off. And then we also wanted a lady. Okay, you see everything there. So this is why I wanted to show these minutes. This is all thought through what we have done. Okay, many things that happened over the years. We have really grown very much. I'm really, really happy to see. If you all can say, if you all agree, I can say it's my baby. And I see it grow very well, running. Now with all the current chairman and the way they run Ramki, and Pawan especially, the area that was a real big mess, some issues, whatever, he did it. I was just seeing him do it. He's really very good. Like what Anu was mentioning about him, he's a very cool guy. I really appreciate him for that. I've told him also, he's really very good. Everyone has contributed over the years. Like I want to read the members of the first chairman so that at least I want to say 1 or 2 words of that. Sorry, I take some extra time. Yeah. So our first chairman was Venkat Iyer from KPMG. Very nice gentleman. He was very supportive, and he's very good in writing and all that. So when we had a magazine, he was with Rama and all that working together. So Venkat Iyer is very good. He's gone back to Bangalore for good. So anybody from KPMG, I don't know whether he's a very senior guy. You know him or no? I've heard of him. He's a very senior guy. So those times we do have a meeting at his office many times. First chairman was him. Second was Abhijit, very nice guy also from PwC. He's really good. And then Abhijit was very good. Next was Venkat Iyer, who is very, very energetic, and he can bring everybody into in a place where I think he also was there for the yesterday's event. Yesterday, the day before even he was there. He's a very, very nice guy. Venkat Iyer. Venkat, he's from Olam. Ravi Shankar, the co-founder with me, he was chairman. After that was Prashant Agarwal. Rohan Solapurkar was the next chairman. After that was me. Then after me was Rajiv. Then Kala. During Kala's time, she crossed the 400 number. During COVID, was wondering what we are going to do, how we are going to do. No, she did. No.
I have to thank Alagapan. I think I said in the next committee also, he was a person. See, as he said, challenges was always there in the committee, and especially for a person like me who calls his spade, right? So he has attended all the events. Alagapan, I think I mentioned this also, right? See, and that's what I said, like whatever it is, he will attend all the events. So that, thanks Alagapan. Okay? And he was the one I want to tell you. First, Rohan asked me, coming to the office bearers, I said, I'm not interested, I'm happy like this being the committee. Alagapan said, you have to move to the next level. I said, it's okay. Then I said, give me secretary. He said, that's not possible. Rajiv has already become then the secretary. So he was on who pushed. He said, go to the next level. Thanks, Alagapan.
Yeah, welcome. Yeah, good. No, she has done I think everyone, I have to think a lot, and I can keep talking about every chairman. Every chairman has contributed a lot. And it was during Abhijit's time, we decided that every chairman will only stay for 1 year, because he was doing a fantastic job. And Venkat, who was supposed to be, was the vice chairman that time, he asked him to continue 1 more year. And Abhijit said, no, 1 year is 1 year for us. So we are following that strictly. And even now we are continuing. I know everybody wanted Som, but that's the same thing we have to follow now. No, everyone has done like that. Venkat Olam, during his time, we had the gala dinner. I think after that we haven't had. Venkat was the last one. During Abhijit's time we had. Venkat Iyer, we had the inauguration at Shangri-La. So this time when we were looking for a place for Deepavali, I suggested Shangri-La because it's a very nice place. And we have some colleagues, one of our members working there. So we connected with them. So there's a lot of things. Every chairman, I can go on talking. I think dinner is there after this. So I wanted to say that. And then I didn't prepare anything, but okay, I've spoken about okay. And I also want to thank all my MC members during the year. All the MC members, not for me, but all the committee members over there. There are a lot of people that contributed every way, but then suppose sometimes they are busy, they couldn't continue, they stepped down, but everyone has contributed. And then the subcommittee, the volunteers. I think without the volunteers, we cannot do anything. Volunteers are the backbone or the support for us. So I have to thank all the volunteers and then the subcommittee members for everything. And then whenever we need, we have people to call for, to just reach out to them, they will do it for us. And because of our connections everywhere with our members working, we can also do something for our members. So I'm really seeing the chapter moving up very, very high level. Now the next chairman coming in is going to have a tough time. Like after Somnath here, it's going to be tough. But I think you have a very good committee. I wish all the new committee members all the best. And then, yeah, Anu said, anything you need, you can always reach out to me. Thank you. Yeah, thanks. Sorry, I took some time.
No, it's all yours. Ladies and gentlemen, Alagappan sir. vote of thanks, vote of thanks. I'll just, ladies and gentlemen, we heard experiences of 5 excellent committee members and their journey, the new ones who are stepping in. You know, you have huge shoes to fill in. So we have to be prepared for that. Alakappan sir, I would like to say, it's a joke amongst us, but after hearing what he's prepared and what he shared, we call him Bhishma Pitama. Yes. And that's not without a reason, sir. And you will remain the Bhishma Pitama for the chapter. Thank you, sir, for everything. Gratitude. This brings me to the end of the formal business of the AGM. I would like to thank all the patrons, the past presidents, the committee members, and most importantly, you, my dear members. I am one too, so I take the opportunity to thank myself as a member too for being a part of the AGM. And with this, we close the formal business of the ICAI Singapore Chapter 15th AGM. With a quote, Chartered accountants mean we can do it with attitude. So,
okay, I'll take this opportunity to exchange our pens. Oh, not exchange, pass mine to him. Put it, maybe I'll just put it here. So this is the most proud moment for me. Well done. Thank you. Good job. All right, thank you from me. All over to you, sir.
thank you so much.
Thank you, Dada. I heard a sigh of relief from you. Greeting patrons, seniors, and friends. It is with, my customary couplet for you. Stepping into realms of immense weight, a role of grandeur, a towering state, upon shoulders, a mantle heavy to bear, yet with resolve, I embrace the day. It is with great honor and humility that I stand before you today, tasked with the profound responsibility of assuming the role of chairperson. As I step into this esteemed position, I am keenly aware of the weight of expectations and the magnitude of the challenges that lie ahead. Yet, I am filled with an unwavering sense of determination and excitement to embark on this journey together with each and every one of you. This position is not merely a title. It is about shouldering the responsibility to lead, to inspire, and most importantly, to serve our chapter towards greater heights. As we say, onwards and upwards. Together we possess the ingenuity and resilience to overcome any obstacle and turn our vision into reality. As we embark on this new chapter, let us embrace the change as an opportunity for growth, as a stepping stone to success, and let us embrace unity as the cornerstone of our strength. But this can't be done alone. Earlier, the new committee members had been elected into the AGM, and from them, as so mentioned, we had a committee meeting just now, and the other 3 office bearers who will be serving the chapter and the members and execute the vision that we will be unveiling soon. were also elected. So, I will take this opportunity to also introduce my fellow office bearers. To start with, let me introduce our treasurer, C. Kushal Jaju. Kushal Jaju is a seasoned chartered accountant from India with over a decade of diverse experience. He is also a CPA Australia and Associate ISCA member. Kushal has been part of ICAI Singapore chapter since the year 2019 and have been an active volunteer. He was elected to the management committee in the year 2023. His professional interest lies in business finance, FP&A, business strategy and sustainable finance. From time to time, he produces content about FP&A trends and helpful tips and tricks for using Excel, Google Sheet on LinkedIn and Instagram. A firm believer in Vasudev Kutumbakam and giving back to society, Kushal is a socially conscious extrovert who values building networks. A big round of applause to Kushal. Next, our secretary, C. Sanjay Gattani, whom I fondly call Sanjay Bhai. He is a health and well-being enthusiast, a passionate health practitioner. He is a seasoned professional and a 1996 chartered accountant from India with 3 decades of diverse experiences in finance, strategy and entrepreneurship. With over 20 years of serving the Tata Group in various domestic and international roles, now a full-time entrepreneur with ventures into commodities, logistics, mines and carbon trading. He has been a part of ICAI Singapore chapter for over 10 years in various roles as member, committee member and office bearer in 2023. A big round of welcome to C. Sanjay Gattani. Sir. Now, for next 1 year, the most important person in my life, right, Som? So now let me introduce you the vice chairman of the chapter. Chairperson, sorry Anu, of all the things I made mistake here. One who will be bringing a relentless commitment to our shared vision. CA Anuradha Shroff. CA Anuradha Shroff, or we all know her as Anu, is a corporate finance professional with over 24 years of rich experience across multinationals in Singapore and India. She qualified as chartered accountant in 1996. She has grown up the career ladder by starting with Raymond and moving on to senior leadership position with iFlex Solutions, which we also known as Oracle Financial Solutions, and Cybers India, SAP. She has had extensive corporate finance and tax related experience in general and specifically on managing revenue assurances, US GAAP, raising funds through IPO and investor relationship. Anu has managed large teams and often worked in cross-border matrix organizations. Anu is a prolific social activist, an early stage investor and entrepreneur. She is an active volunteer with People Association Singapore and active volunteer with Indian Women's Association, IWA. She was a past president of IWA for the period 2019-21 and has served in various executive capacities. She has used this tenure to build relationship across community, non-government organizations, welfare organizations, diplomats and governments involved. A big round of applause to Anuradha Shroff. Now, breaking away from our tradition for our vision, I am also inviting CA Anuradha to be with me because this is our shared vision for next 2 years and probably longer. Yeah. So let's start with where we are currently. Okay. All the committee members, if you can join us here. नहीं बैठे मैं आपको बोल देता हूँ इचर ठीक है ठीक ठीक अभी बैठ जा The team, big round of applause to them. So let's start where we are currently. ICAI Singapore chapter has completed 15 glorious years, and during these 15 years, it has achieved a position of prominence. Thanks to all our past chairpersons for leading us all the way here. We now have outstanding events, both in terms of quality of execution and speaker set, and it is really helping our members to get familiar with diverse set of new technologies and happenings around them. We now have vibrant membership base. Last year we managed to finally achieve our category 1 status, and this year we will be for the first time part of big boys cohort and will be competing against them in category 1 award. Our stakeholders management has become top notch. Som has already detailed on the significant achievements in that aspect. So, we want to go further on that. So, the journey continues. But, as the saying goes, embrace change as a pathway to higher success. For in its winds lie the seeds of innovation, growth, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. So here we are unveiling our vision for ICAI Singapore chapter 2.0. Now our vision is based on 3 important pillars, or as we coined it, 3 E's: engage, empower, enable. Engage. It's all about impact. Our members are filled with wisdom and knowledge. It's time we start making our presence felt in whatever small way in local policy making landscape. Now I'll ask Sri Anu to go through what we plan so that she is equally agreeing to this vision.
This is called the quickest binding. No, sorry.
Once?
Yeah. So we are looking at more strategic alliances from within the Singapore government and local bodies and community centers. So we have reached quite an enhanced stage of interactions with the professional bodies in Singapore. So now we want to take it to the next level, and we want to do more our presence felt in the Singapore circle. So when people in Singapore think, there are many organizations people associate with. So when chartered accountants are thought of, the chapter should definitely be there.
Yes.
And we should have invites from people because we represent. And it's not we as in not only the committee members, but the chapter should have an invite to the local bodies. We are looking at adopting a NGO or doing more social work, because social causes has already been introduced last year. We want to take it to the next level, and we want to work more largely. Like Alagappan sir said, there has been no gala dinner that has happened, so we will do maybe a gala dinner here for a purpose.
True.
And we will adopt in charity and work with them more closely for that purpose. We are talking of, harnessing the potential of the members, so that we can actually, each member carries within them a large part. So we have to take whatever talents that you have, and we can see how we can make the chapter a better success and a better opportunity for the members. Back to Nishan.
Just to add on this harnessing potential, so there was a lot of discussion around this, and probably it's time that we as ICAI Singapore chapter start releasing our own white papers. That will the one which will really engage us into local community. So that is one for the coming term. Now second E, empower. When we say empower, it is empowering our members. It is time to look, or I say relook, at the needs of our members in more deeper, impactful and personal manner. As I said, Anu, take it through so that we are all aligned.
There, you see, I have a tough chairperson to deal with. He's ensuring that my KPIs are set in this meeting itself. So for engage, what we are really looking, for empower, what we're really looking at is to do more educational courses and tie-ups maybe with local institutes or whatever to ensure that our members can enhance their skill sets. So we're going to start working on those, but those are some versions that we want to move ahead with this. Then, we want to even work with some HR professionals so that they can actually encourage and help our members meet the local requirements of doing, finding jobs or enhancing their personal skill sets so that they are more available in the market. I mean, we all understand that there are visa issues and all that, but beyond that, there are many means. So we are looking at harnessing that. In this, we will also try to take care of some mental health and trailing spouses issues as well over here. And we also want to do a lot of, events around softer skills. Because while we work quite a lot around hard material, the softer skills definitely, enhance the person and lead to better commitments. Thank you.
Just to add here, softer skills will also include ethics. Because we got a lot of requests from members that they want refreshments around ethics, governance, around that. And while Anu talked about job support and all, we also would be setting up a leadership cell. See, many of us who are stuck in mental management, sometimes it helps to talk to professionals, to broaden our horizon, to see how we can move to the next level. So this is another things in pipeline. And third, enable. Members to have global outreach. Now this came, as Somnath had said, that our current president, Sri Ranjit Kumar Agarwal ji, was there in Singapore on 15th March. So this came from him. His vision was, we have big fours. Why can't we chartered accountants compete against them? We have one of the widest chapter networks across the globe. How we harness our networking capabilities, whether professional, entrepreneurial, audit, anything. Why can't we harness to become a global brand in itself and compete against the big fours directly? So taking this forward, what we'll do is, Anu, you have to say.
So what we are really looking at in this is that, members, for example, today we are trying to create, with the help of the parent body is looking at creating a database or a directory or a portal where every member is registered willingly, and then they have an access. So today, for example, if a member wants to do business, I'm using the words of Ranjit Agarwal ji, exactly, that if a member wants to do business or relocate to another country, they have to scramble a lot. And they have to go maybe sometimes open a new thing. Our Bhishma Pitama has found the right model for that because he mentioned that. But all of us don't have that access. So once this portal is created and if we register ourselves, so if we want to do some business with in Australia, we may find some of our cohort over there, or we may find somebody,
yeah.
counterparts over there, and we can work in partnership, or we can find better opportunities. Or if you're looking at job opportunities, we can look at that. So these are some of the projects, and Ranjit Agarwal ji is also trying to do that. We have offered to make Singapore the pilot project.
Yep. So we already offered to be the pilot, and in a way, we were so confident of offering us. Is a big thanks to Ramki and Som for the website and the database management we managed during those 3 years. They had a lot of work for last 3 years around that, and that's why we were so confident to offer that yes, Singapore is ready to be part of the pilot project.
Irrespective who would have come as vice chair and chair.
Yeah. As a committee of then committee. Okay. So in nutshell, we need to make global outreach with local presence. We are trying to sow the seeds for a sustainable future, and we know together we can and we will. In summary, together, let us write the next chapter for Chapter's legacy with unity of purpose and unwavering dedication. There is no limit to what we can achieve. In the end, thank you for entrusting me with this honor. Let us embark on this journey together, bound by shared vision and propelled by the power of a collective resolve. Together, let's shape a future that is brighter, bolder, and more prosperous for all of us. Thank you. Thank you.